All right. Honestly, I don't know how much storage I have left, but I just want to say this. I lived a good life, being obedient, listening, helping my grandmother when I was young, teaching me how to tie my shoes. All the things you learn as a kid, maybe. Thank you, grandmother, for that. I love her. I'll miss her. My mom, on the other hand, was busy. Didn't really know what it's like to raise a kid. Whenever my brother cried, it was usually me. I was able to calm him down. She just lacked the empathy. She didn't have that. I felt like for a while, the reason why my mom fails to tell my brother anything or teach him anything that's actually useful, the things that she tells me that should be telling him, but I'm assuming she wants me to tell him because she just can't speak up on her own well or something like that. It's so funny because I tell her good advice, but her mental makes it really hard because it's like constant battle of me trying to get my mental better and also trying to help hers. And then it's like, how do you fix a problem when you try to add other problems and you try to do other things? And simply what I realized is that you just have to stand your ground. Just like when my brother brought home the cat. He didn't want to return it back to the lake. I have to stand my ground. I said I wanted to be independent, so I'm going to learn how to be independent. I don't really want to say I don't care what my mom does anymore, but it's like I have to do that because I have to focus on my classes, homework, and just try to get a job and help her like any way I can, and Snap and all that too. So tomorrow I'm doing that for Snap and getting a job at my college because now that I have financial aid, I can like apply for that. Now if that doesn't work, it's fine because I have my brother's friend who's also offered me, you know, what, $1,000 to work roofing a day, so that's good. We'll have to get used to that because I am wondering if I still have fear of heights. Hopefully not, because I overcame a lot of shit already. So still, it could get cold and slippery, so you just gotta be careful. Never really. I only went on a roof like once when I was a kid, because I was trying to hide from my grandmother once. I opened the window, and then yeah, another time was just I think I was trying to help my mom's friend or something. We're trying to repair roofing and stuff. But really, it was my mom's friend, and it was really icy and slippery. So you gotta have the right shoes for that. I didn't know that. Um, that my brother's friend. So yeah. Anyways, my point is, I just wanted to say this video because my mom's still like thinking like I should do Air Force, and I'm gonna think about doing that when I'm 28 because that's when the age limit or something like that to do it. Right? Probably a couple months before that too. Just make sure there's no whatever on my record. Should be okay, but still gotta check because I think my friend did something for army and she said she had to wait a couple months too. So yeah, I mean she did the same thing I did. So yeah, um, to get out you have to understand that you could say you refuse to continue training to have that general discharge, and it's not like on your record or anything. But there's other people that have done some stuff that they say SI, which is suicide intentions, because there's can't handle it no more, and that's how they get out. But it's more on the record, so they can't really teach and stuff if their mental is not. But yeah, anyways, I learned it from her. So luckily, she saved me from that. So because I ever thought if I was a become a teacher, you know, just in case I can do it, yeah, and I think I could because I already help a lot of people want to give good advice. I think teaching would be something I could see myself doing too as well. But I really think to myself, instead of working for the person, that really life is about becoming your own boss. That you have to work for under them and learn and then become your own boss. And then also, yeah, some people crack the secrets to just becoming their own boss quicker because they worked harder when they're younger. Some people who never took the chance or opportunity to make a side business or anything. They just kept doing their first job and that was it. I really think to myself, if I were to go back at 18 years old, I go to college, I learned in the time I had there, because I was young. I just did my classes, changed my majors because I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do, learn more. And after 7 times, and after finally going away from like whatever people thought, my family and whatever, after realizing racism is a reason why it scared me to do the things I wanted to do, and it made me feared because it was like COVID and it just sucked. It really sucked. Like how I don't know if I wish COVID to happen, but I remember when I was in class, I was in my DVCP program at Northwest, and I said to myself, it's kind of boring. Like, what is there on to report? Like as a, you know, being into the, this kind of news TV station job, kind of like right. And it was like around the same time when I think to myself when COVID happened, and it was like, wow, like, did I wish that? Did I cause that to happen? Like I think to myself a lot of times, like I hope not. I hope I didn't just give God the idea, because I think God listens to me and sees through my eyes sometimes, and that's why I saw what I saw when I was younger. I saw it 18 years old. We were in a class for phlebotomy, and I saw a super virus documentary from a medical high school, and I that saw visions like poof, people dying to virus, and I was like, what the. I know we were watching it, but it was different. It was different visions from the video. Trust me, it was more intense and vivid. And it was like I didn't understand what happened, but yeah, 2 years later, COVID. That's what happened. I was like, oh my god. I also had a couple of visions before India started dying to COVID a lot. Um, Something that happened, and I saved the kid, and the mom said I was here in Delia or here in Delia, and it was like Hindi, and I looked up Google Translate. It says the given hero or something like that, and yeah, I really think to myself, if you ask God or you wish God to do or be something, you're going to have challenges to come your way to get that. In order to be a hero, I had to understand that patience come from helping my mother all the time. Just doing the task over or whatever over and over in chores and just helping her. Because it was mostly me doing it. I was basically the husband slash dad because my dad left us. Yeah, it was just hard on me. So you're like a grown up, but you're not at the same time. I don't really have a good childhood because of that. And that really affected me later on when I had my own freedom for once. Started doing my own YouTube channel, wanted to play games like Roblox, help kids, not get scammed. I really just wanted to help the community, but eventually the community got toxic, and I think to myself, a lot of kids were just, yeah, they're just, I would say the parents didn't really teach them values and manners. It's something that I didn't really learn, but then I grew and figure out on myself, and then watch YouTube videos too in college classes, learning how to have manners at 20, like not interrupting as much, because I did that sometimes when I wanted to wake up the class or engage or make people laugh. I really try my best in college to not do that anymore. I just only engage when I think I need to, or just like understand something better now. If I have questions, I'll try to write it down at the end and ask later. It's better to ask like that too, honestly. Yeah, so I I just feel like, I can't lie no more. I can't say something and when I say lie, I mean like hide from what my mom wants me to say. Because with my high empathy, I could just say this and just move on and just make her, feel happy again. But like really, I didn't really want to do that. Like I just wanted her to understand like if I do Air Force and fly a plane and stuff, that'd be cool. That'd be cool, right? Like, but I have no skills in that whatsoever. I would rather need to have more training. Yeah. So I would think to myself, Air Force, right? What kind of jobs do they have there? What would be good with my skills? Like I'm a singer, I'm an actor, dancer. I'm creative. I write. I have good communication skills. Maybe that'd be a thing, or at least I think I do because I've done pretty well at talking. Like the only way to get better is by talking. So I'm a talkative dude too. So if I'm distracting, that might be bad too as well. So that's also something I have to realize. And it's just I'm such a good talker now that I'm really wondering to myself, I wasn't so scared to tell the truth in the acting camp. Maybe I would have been picked more. Or at the end, I mean, when we finished, and you know, it's really hard to tell my life because there's a lot, and I don't want to overshare. I don't want people to feel sad. I don't want people to feel pity. I don't want people to judge or be scared of what I can do. I just want people to see what I can do without telling them all that. But in order to actually make my life like that is reinforcing it by telling myself, saying, hey, man, you got it, man. You have those skills. You seen it in action, bro. You did not know anything about acting. Watch a couple videos training 3 times. learned from the emails, and then went there a month, like a month when you got those emails and doing it and training and all that. Like, you did it, man. You have to give yourself some credit because it's like you overcame your fears, your stage fright you had as a kid. When you had stage fright, you were the smartest kid in that sixth grade or seventh grade, whatever ceremony, and your mom was there late, so you never got to experience a good memory. It was a really scary memory on stage, waiting for someone to take my picture as adults look around like, where is the parent? Yeah, I was pretty freaking scared, not gonna lie. That was probably why I started to realize the stress of having good grades and everything. What was the point of that if you never got recognition? I realized a long time ago that being smart also feels really stressful and lonely. You just seem wiser and just higher up than other people. I don't know what to say. The higher you climb, the lonely you are, right? I'm always gonna make this a short video, but I just wanted to get you guys to understand how I felt back then. And then when I changed middle schools, I met this black teacher, English, and I love Miss Shed. I don't know if she's still alive, but I loved her because she was like this tired black teacher who was about to retire, like maybe next year. But then I made her laugh. I made her smile. I made her happy. She went from bipolar depression mode because she's tired of her job to loving me and just making. I loved what I did in that class. I loved how I was able to make people laugh, inspire, creative, whatever it was. There was even some guys who were really good at English, who was so creative. Like, I was like, wow, that was really creative, man. That was really good. I would say he was a better English and creative person than I was because he actually just he to me looked like a writer, seemed like a writer, like an author, and he was an English major because I did meet him again at one of my previous jobs. It was cool. It was cool. It was cool. His name was Ethan. I really think he was super cool. And yeah, I was like remembering this one time he said the story of this crazy dream, but we didn't know it was a dream until he said it at the very end. I was like, oh my god, he got us, bro. That was good. That was good. But yeah, no, I really respect how some people have really great talent and they kept going with it. Because for me, I had a mom that was more into the medical field, so it was just, yeah, man. Like, I wanted to be a children doctor, pediatrician, but they didn't have that hooker, so. And yeah, I just felt like I needed to say this because if I didn't, if I didn't give up so quickly, or if I just said a couple more things more honestly, or just like I already overcame so much shit, bro. Like, if you're thinking to yourself like, well, you probably prayed to the wrong person or whatever to have these gifts. I'm like, I know, I'm pretty sure I prayed to God. I prayed to God, and that's why I can do what I can do, and that's probably why I have those gifts. I mean, are there false prophets? Are there fake? I don't know. Maybe, but for me, it's just no. I see it. I see the danger. I see some things that I just predicted to help people, family, friends, or whatever. I sense random deja vu's. Let me ask myself: were they mostly good predictions? Honestly, that's what scares me because it's not. It's actually mostly bad predictions that I have. Like, if I'm really psychic, I really wish I could see better things, but I actually do could see better things. I can see stuff for me. Sometimes it helps me realize that in order to overcome things, I have to say this and that, so people understand. I also saw something for my cousin, and he was going through a dark path, and I had to help him, so I did. But in return, I had to basically sacrifice my arm because he didn't understand, and he cut me off. So I was very hurt. I was so hurt I had to cut off my other family because I didn't want that to happen again. PTSD was like, I don't think I could have handled it. Like, I'd rather just like do what he did too, so that I don't have to deal with it, and then in return cycled it. So you guys don't understand, like we didn't have parents to teach us. We Vietnamese kids did not have like a real adult. Some might have had more better chances and educational values, but my mom lived in a scared life, never asking anything, never wanting to be anything, just doing the job, you know? It's so sad. I had the opportunity to do more, to do better, but I wasted it gaming addiction wise. My grandmother got me gaming. That's how I got into it. But yeah, I regret.